Alright guys, so we're going to be talking about the new 5D'S boxes here. Just waiting for some people to jump in. We're doing this live as usual. Let's make sure everything is good to go. Looks like it so far. Whew! Alright guys, we got two boxes at one time. We got a new structure deck and a new main box. Some of you may or may not be happy with what we got, but oh boy. Welcome Montana, Natsu, Gaming, we got Yui, we got Crashara. Guys, I don't know how many messages I'm going to be able to kind of get through, because I'd like to kind of just get through this review as fast as possible. That way I can go back and get myself ready for the big 5D'S release in a couple hours, because the game currently is in maintenance right now. It's kind of funny that Konami went ahead and dropped the boxes, of course, at 1 a.m. right, a couple hours before 5D'S release. It's just to kind of get us more hyped, I guess. I don't know. Very interesting that they did that. Welcome, Adrian. Blue Eyes Tier 0. Oh, man, that would be pretty interesting for sure. All right, guys. So from this point onward, I'm probably not going to be able to reply to too many of your guys' messages here in the live chat. I'll try to go through some of the ones. I get through all the URs and SRs from the main box, and then we'll cut it there, go over some messages, and then we'll do the rares, cut it there, and then go through and finish off with the normals. But I do not want to get into the main box yet. Let's go over the smaller box first, which of course is the structure deck Synchro Connection. So let's jump right into it. All right, so we have one UR, which would be the Junk Warrior, which you guys can see down here. This is just showing you some of the combos. So, all right, so wait, it's kind of weird how they did this. Oh, yeah, because they're considered extra decks, so they're not showing them at the top anymore. Well, this is weird. So there's a total of 18 types, 1 UR, 0 SR. Now, a lot of you may be disappointed with that. There is no SRs in this structure deck. That has never happened before, so that is definitely a little bit different. That's interesting. No SRs at all. Does that mean that this box might be full free to play? Are they going to let us actually use 500 gems, 500 gems, 500 gems? Or is it still going to be 500 gems, paywall, paywall? I wonder, because that is interesting. No SRs at all. Very interesting. And no normals. So it's 17 rares, 1 UR. But 20 cards and 2 extra decks. So that's interesting. Maybe that's why we're not getting an SR, because we're getting 22 cards? Interesting. Very interesting. That might be why there's no SR, because we are getting 22 cards instead of 20. Huh. I don't know. That's interesting, guys. That's definitely something different we're not used to. Anyway, let's talk about the UR first. We got Junk Warrior. Warrior, Synchro, effect, 2300 attack, 1300 defense, 5-star dark attribute. You need Junk Synchron, 1 or more non-tuner monster. So you need a Junk Synchron plus 1 or more non-tuner monster. If this card is Synchro Summoned, it gains attack equal to the total attack of all level 2 or lower monsters you currently control. So there you go. That is Junk Warrior. We got Gravity Warrior. Now this is a 6-star Earth attribute. Warrior, Synchro, effect, 2100 attack, 1000 defense. You need 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monster. So you could pretty much throw together any mix match to get this guy out. When this card is Synchro Summoned, it gains 300 attack for each face-up monster your opponent controls. Once per turn during your opponent's battle phase, you can target 1 defense position monster your opponent controls, change it to face-up attack position. Also, it must attack this turn if able. That could be very powerful against stall decks, even though there isn't all that many stall decks right now. There's maybe a couple, but not that many. But we could see a lot more defensive players coming out of the woodwork thanks to some of these new cards we're getting. So, I mean, he could see some play because he's basically anti-stall in a way. If your opponent's trying to stall out, definitely could work, because it says you could target 1 defense position monster. It does not say it has to be face-up defense. So it could be a face-down defense position monster. You can force it into face-up attack position and then force it to attack this card or whatever cards on the field. So very interesting. Very interesting. All right, so that's the 2 synchros that we're getting from the new structure deck. Again, we got Junk Warrior and Gravity Warrior. So let's go through the rares now. There's 20 of them. Well, 20 cards in total, rather. All right, so we got Junk Servant, 4-star Earth Attribute, 1500 attack, 1000 defense. If you control a junk monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's just a free special summon, which kind of gets you set up for your plays. And since it's not a tuner, it can work for your non-tuner, you know, for your synchro summons. So, I mean, hey, it's a free summon. And in a game where the game is going extremely fast, OTKs are everywhere, and you want board control, getting many special summons off in a duel is probably pivotal. Speak English, anime. To your success of winning the duel. All right, so we've got Junk Breaker, 4-star Earth Attribute, rare. Again, these are all rares. 1800 attack, 1000 defense, warrior effect. During your main phase, if this card was normal summon this turn, you contribute this card. All face-up monsters on the field have their effects negated until the end of this turn. So it could be, I don't know. That's a tough one. Because you have to basically make a sacrifice, but it negates all face-up monsters' effects until the end of this turn. So if you're running a not so heavy effect deck, like you're running more of like a beatdown deck or some form of OTK where you're just relying on brute force, this card could see some play maybe in that regard, because you can basically, you know, you're basically taking all effects away from the board for the most part. For that turn, but again, you do got to sacrifice the card to do that. So I don't know. We'd have to kind of see how the meta shapes up to be, but that could be pretty cool, especially if Bell Phoenix becomes a problem for like the foreseeable future. I don't know if that deck gets affected too much yet. We haven't looked into the main box yet, but you know, it could be a thing. We'll see. All right, go on the next card. We've got Junk Blader. 4-star attribute is Earth. I don't know why I said it in that order. 1800 attack, 1000 defense again, warrior effect. You can banish 1 junk monster from your graveyard. This card gains 400 attack until the end of its turn, so you can take it up to a solid 2200. Nothing special other than that there. Now we have, and yes, guys, if you did not know, there is vanilla tuners. A lot of people argued this before. I've brought this up before, but people's like, there ain't no vanilla tuners. Well, guess what? There's vanilla tuners. And here is the very first one. Toon Warrior. Not Toons, but Toon Warrior. It's weird. 3-star. It's a vanilla, of course. It's an Earth Attribute. Warrior. 1600 attack, 200 defense. So nothing special there, but there are some cards that work with normal monsters and tuners, so this card can play double duty in that regard, so that's pretty cool there. Junk Forward, we got 3-star Earth Attribute, 900 attack, 1500 defense. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it could be, again, another quick special summon. This could be a card that could be a cool farm card, because you can literally just throw a free monster on the field. This is kind of like a free-to-play Firestorm Vassal, free-to-play Dynatherium, even though it's technically-ish fried. I feel like this card just has less restrictions on being able to special summon itself. So, you know, early game or whatever, this could be a cool farm card. It could be a cool free special summon for your synchro summons. You know, it could see some. It could see some play, because it has some value in the fact that you could throw it on the field if you control no monsters. It's just that simple. So. Not a bad card. Not a bad card, especially if you're free to play and you're looking for a cool tech in for like a farm deck. You know, there you go. Card Breaker. This card's already been in the game, so we're not going to talk about that. Junk Anchor. 2-star Earth Attribute. Warrior Tuner Effect. 0 on all stats. For a Synchro Summon, you can substitute this card for any 1 Synchron Tuner monster once per turn. You can discard 1 card. Then target 1 non-tuner junk monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, and if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon 1 synchro monster that lists a synchron monster as a tuner. Using that monster in this card only. These synchro materials are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. So This card is really good for setting up your combos and setting up for your Synchro Summon plays. So a really, really cool card. You just don't want to have to throw this card on the field and have to leave it hanging because of the 0 attack, 0 defense could easily be taken out. So you definitely want to play this with a combo. This is definitely a combo card right here. All right. We got Speed Warrior, 2-star, Wind Attribute, Warrior Effect, 900 attack, 400 defense. Once per battle phase, if this card was normal summoned this turn, except during the damage step, you can make its attack become double its original attack until the end of the battle phase. Now, keep in mind, that only takes it up to 1800 attack, which really isn't that much, but it could be a cool little surprise if your opponent's not paying attention and they're trying to crash with something over 900 but not quite up to 1800. But, I mean, I just don't see it happening all that often. Its effect's really not that great. I don't think this is really a mind-blowing card at all. It's basically just an 1800 beater for basically that turn. I mean, you can't reuse that effect because it says once per battle phase if this card was normal summoned this turn. So it says this turn. All right. We got Pride of the Week. Continuous spell card. When a level 2 or lower monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you have no cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. Now that's really, really cool. If you're running like a really strong hand destruction deck or self hand destruction deck where you're basically just getting rid of your own hand quite often by sending things to the graveyard, banishing them, playing them on the field, whatever, could be a pretty cool card. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know. It feels really hard to get off because you have to destroy your opponent's monster by battle with a level 2 or lower monster. So you would definitely have to play some combos with that. You would have to either boost up your level 2 somehow or lower your opponent's monster's attack to get over it. Very, very situational indeed. But if you get it off and can make it work, I mean, that's some powerful draw power. For sure. Yeah, guys, I'll be answering some of the questions in the chat right after we get through this box. I'm trying to break it up in segments. I'm going to do this box, and then we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, talk about some of the cards with you guys, and then we're going to jump into the big box, and then we'll go through the UR, SRs, take another break, talk about it, do the rares, stop, talk about it, and then finish off with the normals, and then we'll have to quickly get ready and prepare our throat for the 5D'S release in about an hour or so from now. But anyways, we got to get through these quick. So Junk Barrage, equip spell. When this equipped monster destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the destroyed monster's attack in the graveyard. Now, that is interesting because this could be a really powerful burn card, especially if you're running a really heavy equip deck. Really, Noble Knights are really the only deck right now that really are heavy equip. We never really had a heavy equip deck in the meta, really, except for Noble Knights. So this might see some play. I mean, that effect is actually pretty good. That's some hardcore burn damage right there. So we'll see. We shall see. Harmonic Waves. Target one face-up monster in the field. It becomes level 4 until the end phase. Now, of course, that, again, is going to be a really good setup if you're trying to Synchro Summon and you need specific levels. Say you're a couple levels short because you got a level 2. You can turn it into a level 4. Boom. There you go. And then you can Synchro Summon. So this is definitely another combo for your Synchro Summons. We got Graceful Revival, Continuous Trap. Activate this card by targeting one level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So this is basically another setup for your combo plays, especially trying to do your Synchro Summon. So it's kind of the gimmick with this whole box, of course, because it is for Synchros. Shape, almost messed that up. Shape Sister, not Shape Shifter. Shape Sister. Continuous Trap. That card already looks pretty dope. That looks so demonic. I like it. Special summon this card as a normal monster. Fiend type tuner. Earth level 2, attack 0 and defense 0. This card is also still a trap card. You can only activate one Shape Sister per turn. So you can basically use this as a free special summon for a level 2 tuner. Earth Attribute, Fiend, if you need specifics. So, really, really cool. Got our first ever trap monster / tuner in the game. Alright. Synchro Strike. Target Synchro Summon Monster. Target Synchro Summon Monster gains 500 attack for each Synchro material monster used to summon it until the end phase. So, you could give it a quick 1,000, 1,500, or even maybe up to, yeah, I think 1,500 actually would be the max because we only got 3 card zones. So I think up to 1,500 attack, you could feed a synchro to the end phase with this card. So if you're putting a really heavy OTK deck and you're very confident in getting your synchros off, then it could be a pretty cool trap for you. Otherwise, I don't know. I feel like it might be too slow. It could be a dead card a lot of the time. So I don't know. We'll see. Hey guys, we broke 232 people. Thank you so much for being here. As always, subscribe if you're new. So anyways, Spirit Force. During your opponent's turn at damage calculation, make the battle damage you take from this battle 0. When you can, then you can add 1 warrior type tuner monster with 1,500 or less defense from your graveyard to your hand. That's interesting. Okay. That is interesting. So that is a really good stall card with recyclability. That is actually not a bad card at all. That Spirit Force, that's a really good trap, honestly. I'm not gonna say it's a great trap, but from what it just says and what I'm envisioning being able to do, especially in the current meta right now and the meta that we're probably gonna be getting in the next couple days, I feel like that's a really good stall card. Thanks for that subscription, guys. But anyways, 1,500 attack or less tuner monster. I mean, that's good. I mean, you get to recycle a card. That's nice, actually. That's not a bad trap at all. All right, limit overload. Sorry. If this card is sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 speed warrior from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So you can just grab it from anywhere, of course, except for the bandage zone. So again, more recyclability or draw power depending on your situation. Again, you know, and this whole deck is built around junk, and then there's even a couple speed warriors in here too. So I mean, there you go. And then that's it. We are done with the structure deck. We've talked about every card in the structure deck. Again, the structure deck is called Synchro Connection. And in case some of you are just joining us, some of the differences from this structure deck to old ones is this is 22 cards and there is 0 SRs. So I'm not sure how the pricing is going to be. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full free-to-play where you can go 500 gems, 500 gems, 500 gems, or if it's going to be the old 500 gems and then you got to go paywall. I don't know. There's definitely some really cool cards in here. I don't think overall the box is really that great, but I do think there is a couple cards in here that do hold some value and could do a little bit of damage going forward. What do you guys think about the box? And we're going to go ahead and swap on over to this one while you guys are bringing in some of your questions. We're going to get ready for this. The Stardust Acceleration. I'm just playing. All right. Link to box, maybe. What the link? If you guys want the links, I have the links posted in the Discord below, in the description below. Ask any of the fellow Impact players in the Discord below to give you the link, and they will gladly give it to you. I have both boxes linked in there. New Stardust is in a box card. Yeah, I know a lot of people are very upset about that. That Stardust is, of course, in the box, and that is an unfortunate thing. But we kind of already knew that a couple days ago, so I've already had a couple days to process my anger. Would you guys? Oh, you guys would like the? Okay, I could post that in the chat if you guys don't want to join the Discord. That's fine. That's fine. Give me one moment. I'll hook you guys up. So that's that box, and then I'll give you guys this box as well. Let me grab it for you. There you guys go. All set, I hope. All right, cool. We're all set. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the Dueling Stardust Acceleration because we got to speed this up a little bit because I'll be streaming again at 3 o'clock. So, whew, and this is a big box, so We may actually just skip the normal rarity and just talk about them when we do our pulls. So, yeah, that's probably best. We'll probably do that to save some time, guys. So, whew, we're cutting it close here. All right. So, let's go down here to the cards. So, we got a total of 90 types. 9 UR, 11 SR, 28 rare, and 42 N. Oh, my goodness. Whew. All right, so the first UR, I know a lot of you are probably triggered about. I could probably sit here for 10 minutes and tell you how pissed off I am that Stardust Dragon is in a box because it's an ace card and it's in a main box. But I don't have the time to go into a proper rant. I might do that later today, depending on how everything else pans out. I kind of do it all at once. Like, if there needs to be a rant, I will give you guys a rant, trust me. But we're not going to go into it right now because, like I said, we could spend 10, 15 minutes talking about how this is ridiculous. But anyways, so Stardust Dragon, Wind attribute, of course. Dragon Synchro effect, 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Pretty self-explanatory. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card or cards on the field, you contribute this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. During the end phase, if this effect was activated this turn and was not negated, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So you can keep bringing him back every end phase if you keep nuking your opponent's effects that destroy a card on the field, which is very, very awesome. This is a really hard counter to some things currently in the meta. Not too many things, but it kind of hits Treacherous Chapel a little bit. It hits Grace with Vampires with the field spell a little bit. There's a few things that, of course, could help. It can help you against Wiz if Wiz tries to negate one of your cards to destroy it. There's a few things in the meta that Stardust Dragon right now could immediately be impactful for. But again, you got to get the Synchro Summon off, so that's going to be the tough thing. But yes, Stardust Dragon is definitely OP in that regard. He'd be really good against like Incarnate with Ubel, stuff like that. Very powerful. All right, the next UR, 3-star Earth attribute, XX Saber, Full Helm Knight, 1,300 attack, 1,000 defense. Guys, we just broke 300 people watching live. Thank you all so much. I love you all. Hope you guys are all having a great time as I am. Warrior Tuner effect. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, negate that attack. The effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. If this card destroys an opponent's defense position monster by battle, you can target 1 level 4 or lower X Saber monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So it's got a special summoning, recycle mechanic. It's got negation. Not a bad card. It's actually really, really cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging all the new Warrior support because I do love Warriors, and I feel like Warriors have really needed a really strong deck outside of just Destiny Heroes, or Amazonas, because I feel like those are both gimmick decks. They're not really showcasing the potential of Warrior specific archetypes. So maybe we can get some more of those. But that's cool. We're getting some more X Saber support there. Gen X, Undyne, Water, attribute, 3-star. This is a UR as well, guys. Aqua effect, 1,200 attack, 600 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 water monster from your deck to the graveyard. Add 1 Gen X controller from your deck to your hand. Now, that could be interesting Tekken support for Mermail. Because you can immediately send 1 water monster from your deck to the graveyard and get off some of your Mermail's effects. That's actually pretty cool. Or I'm sorry, your not your Mermail's effects specifically, but your having a brain fart, guys. Your Atlantean's effects. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess you could get off some of your Mermails, but I think the Atlanteans would be more for the ones you'd want to target. Not bad. All right, some Gen X support. So we've already got some Stardust. We've got some Gen X and X Saber already. All right, got XX Saber, Hyunlei, Warrior Synchro effect, 2,300 attack, 1,300 defense, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner X Saber monsters. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can select and destroy up to 3 spell or trap cards on the field. So it's got basically complete back row removal beyond the field spell. That's actually really, really cool. It's only got 2300 attack though, so I don't know. Depending on what like X-Saber support you could run with it, its attack really may not be that enticing to be worth the synchro. But the effect seems pretty good, being able to nuke your opponent's complete back row. So not bad, pretty cool. I'm just happy the synchros are here, honestly. All right, so Flame Veil, Urquiza's. I probably so much just butchered that. Oh well. It's a 6-star fire attribute. Pyro synchro effect. 2100 attack, 400 defense. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monster. During battle between this attacking card and a defense position monster whose defense is lower than the attack of this card, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent. So it's just got piercing damage, nothing special there. This card gains 300 attack each time it inflicts battle damage to your opponent. Now that is good. Now, before I saw the second effect, I was like, this card don't seem that great. But that effect, that is a whole nother ball game. He gets 300 attack added each time he inflicts battle damage. That is very powerful, actually, because he could easily go up to 2400, 3K, so on, as long as the duel extends and he stays on the field and he continues to keep destroying monsters, and your opponent's going to have a hard time stalling because he can do piercing damage while still raising his own damage. However, that defense is sitting at only 400, could be easily distinguished with an econ or whatever, or any kind of stall card. Perhaps he could be having trouble with that as well. But man, if you can keep this guy boosting up his attack stats, whoo, oh boy. All right, and Silver's Cry. You guys that are new to the channel, I've been saying this forever. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, that I am a diehard Dragon fan. I am just ecstatic that finally, Konami has finally brought me almost a tear to my eye. Silver's Cry. We are getting, this confirms Blue Eye support, finally. You have no idea how excited I am to be able to finally run a Blue Eyes deck, and it might actually be competitive. It's just like, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to me. So anyways, we got Silver's Cry. I got to get 3 copies of this card. I don't care what it takes. It's a quick play spell card. Target 1 dragon type normal monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. You can only activate 1 Silver's Cry per turn. So of course, this is an instant Blue Eyes from the grave. This is just heartfelt. Oh my god, I can't even. I'm just excited. I'm excited. Blue Eyes. My god. Blue Eyes, guys. Blue Eyes. Getting some love, finally. So we got Mausoleum of White. Field spell. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 level 1. 1 level 1 light tuner monster in addition to your normal summon set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster you control, send 1 normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and that sets up your play for Blue Eyes with Silver's Cry right there. And if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard times 100. So, of course, you're just going to gain an instant, I believe, 800 attack for the level 8 Blue Eyes, for, because that's probably what you're going to want to send until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 burst stream of destruction from your deck to your hand. This is just, oh my god, guys. Blue Eyes can finally take its place in the meta. This is just great. This is just great. No matter what 5D'S does or doesn't do for the game, at least Blue Eyes is finally getting love. Makes me so happy. Unexpected Die. If you control no monster, special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck. So some more special summoning support could be really cool. There we go. Paleozoic Hallucinogenia. This was in one of the selection boxes. I believe there's another selection box SR in this box as well. So target 1 face-up monster in the field. Its attack and defense become half its original attack and defense until the end phase of this turn. And then you guys know the rest. It's the same as all the other Paleozoics. Whew. Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Believe that's 10. Wait, how many stars is that? Yeah, I thought it was 10. I was like, I was making sure. Light attribute, Dragon Synchro effect, 2,500 attack, 3,000 defense. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner normal monsters. If this card is special summoned, Dragon-type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Again, that's referring to Blue Eyes. This is this is just a ton of Blue Eyes support. I'm very excited, and that defense of 3,000, not too shabby. X-Saber Wayne, 5-star Earth attribute, Warrior Synchro effect, 2,100 attack, 400 defense. Guys, we're going to hit 400 viewers here today. We're at 374. Oh my goodness, I love you guys so much. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Warrior-type monster from your hand. So, more special summoning, the better. You can never have too much special summoning because it allows you to have board control, and board control means a lot in this game. Alright. Fire attribute, 8-star, I believe. Black, Drago. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner Gemini monsters. Once per turn, you can send 1 Gemini monster from your hand to the graveyard to select and destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can select 1 Gemini monster in your graveyard and special summon it. The special summon Gemini monster is treated as an effect monster and gains its effect. That is just amazing. That is a really good card for Geminis. Holy crap. And you only need 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner Gemini. So that is not too bad, honestly. Okay. So, okay. That is nice. And it's a 3,000 attack. It kind of has its self-replacement. If it's destroyed in any way, basically, you can bring back one of your strong Geminis from like one of the Bastions level up rewards, for example. Bring that back from the grave. Basically replace in black here. It has destruction effects. Not bad, and it's got very high stats, which is really a good thing. Even defense is pretty decent. That's not a bad card, honestly. And more Blue Eye support. Oh, I cannot get enough Blue Eye support. Just keep throwing it at me, Konami. The White Stone of Legend. Yes! Dragon Tuner effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand, because why not? Wow. 300 attack, 250. We don't even care about the stats. All we care about is that it supports the engine, which is Blue Eyes, and that is awesome. And it even helps you set up for your Blue Eyes support synchros, which is just, whew, really, I'm just so ecstatic that we are getting Blue Eyes. Double X Saber, Bogart Knight. This is another SR, 4-star Earth attribute. Beast Warrior effect, 1,900 attack, 1,000 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower X-Saber monster from your hand. Cannot be used as a synchro material. Yeah, we're making up words. Except for the synchro summon of an X-Saber synchro monster. So, this, I'm actually like low-key liking the X-Saber support in this box so far. Because a lot of these cards are really building up to the engine of being able to get out your X-Saber synchros pretty easily, because there's so much special summoning going on. Special summoning from the hand, from the graveyard, grabbing cards from the deck, equip cards, allowing you to blow a back row, blowing up cards on the field. X-Saber's low-key looking pretty okay. We'd have to really do some more testing and stuff, of course, but man, they looking low-key okay. I'm not gonna lie. XX Saber Dark Soul, 3-star Earth attribute, Beast effect. During the end phase, if this card was sent from your side of the field to your graveyard this turn, you can add 1 X-Saber monster from your deck to your hand. So again, more deck thinning, you know, finding cards, recycling cards, destruction. I mean, man, X-Saber is just, whew. They're getting a little bit of everything right now. Gen X Neutron. 4-star light attribute, 1,800 attack, 1,200 defense, machine effect. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was normal summoned this turn, you can add 1 machine type tuner monster from your deck to your hand. So, again, a lot of the theme of this box so far seems to be a lot of search power. searching, and special summoning, which is kind of what you want in a synchro deck. So it makes a lot of sense that we're getting some of these specific cards in this box. Dark Elf. 2K Beat Stick, why not? This card requires a cost of 1,000 of your own life points to attack. So it's pretty much just a wall. It's pretty much just a wall. Unless you're running a deck that's specific to taking life points, like maybe Cyberstar or whatever. But this card, I believe this was in a selection box as well. I know this card was, so we're not going to talk about Offerings to the Doom. This was definitely in a selection box. Alright. Dark Factory of Mass Production. Target 2 target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard, add those targets to your hand. And that could be anything. It doesn't have to be specific archetype or attribute or monster type. It's just target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard, add those to your hand. Just because. Which could be interesting. Could be even a good Tekken, maybe in a Blue Eyes deck. Who knows? Could be. Alright, Foshin, Bargain. Send 1 special summon monster on either side of the field to the graveyard and special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand. So, again, with the gimmick of the rest of the cards in this box, a lot more special summoning. Yo, guys, we're at $3.99. We need one more viewer to hit that 400, baby. Oh, we had 400. I missed it. Well, yo, GG for that. GG for that. Oh, we hit it again. We're over 400 again. All right, awesome, guys. You guys are amazing. 400 viewer stream. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Gen X controller. We are finally in the rares. So right here, we're going to take a quick little break, read over some of the messages in the chat, see if you guys have any quick questions for me. We'll take a couple minutes doing that, and then we'll get through the rares, and then that'll pretty much wrap it up until the 5D'S releases in about an hour. Gen X controller, PogChamp. Anime Impact's the best. Oh, thank you so much. I remember when Pay to Win was just a quick alternative to getting what you wanted. Now, no matter how much you give, Konami will bend you over. Go on rares. Blue Eyes is lit. Yeah, man, I'm excited for Blue Eyes, guys. I'm not going to lie. Yo, Darky with the $2 donation. What cards you plan on getting? I really want to get the Blue Eyes support. And, I mean, that's really what I'm after. I'm really after that Blue Eyes support. The X-Sabers do look pretty cool, but I'm definitely after all that Blue Eyes support. That's totally what I want to run. I want to run a Blue Eyes Synchro deck. This box, I mean, overall, the box, unless you're a big Blue Eyes player or you want to run Blue Eyes, the box really isn't all that amazing thus far. The URs and the SRs are pretty decent. Don't get me wrong. This box is by no means one of the worst, but it's not one of the best either. But it does have Stardust Dragon in it, and it does have that Blue Eyes support, and I just cannot overlook that fact. I think it's more of a... I'm kind of biased on this box, to be honest with you guys. I'm just a huge Blue Eyes fan. I'm a huge Dragon fan. Kaiba's my favorite character of all Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. So of course I'm going to go into the box because I got to get that Blue Eyes support, no doubt. But, I mean, again, it may not be for everybody. But that Stardust Dragon, of course, is enticing. I hate that it is in the box, but we got to go in and get it, sadly. But, man, I just cannot overlook that Blue Eyes support. I'm just too hyped for it. Too hyped for it. Impact, 30-card Grasses Dragon deck with Blue Eyes. It could be a thing, Tony. Definitely, man. Not going to lie. Update done early. All right, guys. All right, let's get through the rest of these rares, and then we're going to get ready for the 5D'S live stream in about 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and get through these. I hope you guys will all meet me back here after I'm done with this in about an hour to do the 5D'S release as well. I thank you all so much. For anybody who is new and subscribed, I thank you all for that as well. For the donations, I thank you guys for that too. All right, so we got Gen X controller. It's another normal tuner, 3-star dark attribute, 1400 attack, 1200 defense. Galaxy Serpent, another vanilla. Are we getting all the vanilla? Because I think there's only like, what, 6 or 7 vanilla tuners in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are we getting them all? That would be pretty interesting. But anyways, Galaxy Serpent. I love the card art. It's kind of like a rip-off looking of Blue Eyes, but or whatever. 2-star light attribute, 1000 attack. Oppressed people. I feel oppressed. Guys, This card needs to be the symbolic representation of all Yu-Gi-Oh players. We are all oppressed people. We are all oppressed by Konami. This card is just too perfect. The name, the artwork, I mean, this should be our mascot. We are the oppressed people. I'm going to have to make a video about how we're all oppressed people. All right, it's a 2000 defense and 1-star attribute water. Oh, my goodness. Whew. All right, let's keep it going. A priestess with eyes of blue, some more blue eye support I'm excited about. Light attribute, 1-star, spellcaster, tuner effect, 0 on all stats. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets this face-up card, you can send one effect monster you control to the graveyard, and if you do, add up to 2 blue eyes monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 blue eyes monster you control, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do special summon this card, you can only use 1 priestess with eyes of blue effects per turn. That's interesting. It sucks. I wanted to get Maiden with eyes of blue. I feel like that would have been much better, but I guess we can't get everything in one box because, I mean, hey. And the fact that this card is for blue eyes monsters tells me that we're going to be getting more blue eyes monsters in the future. Hopefully, we can get the ritual blue eyes, you know, the Chaos Max deck, which would be just disgusting. Or maybe even get at least 1 copy of alternative blue eyes would be great as well. I don't know. We'll see. We did get 1 Stone of Legend. We need to get White Stone of Ancients now. And then we're talking. All right, Protector with eyes of blue, 1-star, light attribute, 800 attack, 1300 defense, spellcaster, tuner effect. Again, when this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 1 light tuner monster from your hand. You can target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 blue eyes monster from your hand. You can only use this effect, Protector with eyes of blue, once per turn. So we're talking about spamming blue eyes a lot, guys. We're going to be spamming that bad boy. Cannot wait. XX Saber, Guard Strike, 5-star, Earth Attribute, 2100 attack, 1400 defense, Beast Warrior effect. If you have 2 or more X Saber monsters in your graveyard and control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Again, the X Saber support is looking so good. It's like I really need to go back and look at all of it because I feel like there's just so much to go through. But I feel like X Saber, man, they just got a ton of support in this box. All right, Gen X Solar, light attribute, 7 stars, machine effect. You can normal summon this card by attributing 1 Gen X monster, inflict 500 damage to your opponent each time a face-up Gen X monster you control is sent to the graveyard. 2500 attack, 1500 defense, not bad. Gusto Squirrow. I love that. It looks so cute. Look at that thing. All right, 2-star, wind attribute, thunder, tuner effect, 1800 defense, 0 attack. That's actually pretty good defense for a 2-star, to be honest. 1800, damn. When this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher Gusto monster from your deck. Oh my goodness. That card is low-key good. What? 1800 defense. Solid defense for a 2-star. And if this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher Gusto from your deck. So it instantly replaces its board presence to the field with a stronger monster that could possibly be a game-changing monster with a good effect. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And good defense, like I said. Wow. Wow. Gusto Falco, 2-star, win attribute again. Wing Beast, tuner effect, 600 attack, 1400 defense. When this face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, except by battle, you can special summon 1 Gusto monster from your deck in face-down defense position. Now it says you can special summon 1 Gusto. It could be any Gusto in your deck. Does not matter what level it is, as long as it doesn't have requirements that say otherwise. So Gustos now, okay, get a little bit of love here. Kamui, Hope of Gusto, 2-star, win attribute again, 1000 defense, 200 attack, psychic flip effect. Flip, special summon 1 Gusto tuner monster from your deck. Oh my goodness, Gustos, okay. They got a lot of good They got a lot of good gusto. It was hidden in the rares here. I see. Dark Scorpion, Mine, the Thorn, 4-star, Dark Attribute, 1000 attack, 1800 defense, Warrior effect. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can activate one of these effects. Add one Dark Scorpion card from your deck to your hand. Target one Dark Scorpion card in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. I'm not really familiar with the Dark Scorpion archetype, so we'll have to like really see what that's all about. I'm sure there's going to be some more in this box in the rares and normals, but I don't know if that's good or not. I'm not really too familiar with the Dark. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not familiar with Dark Scorpion. It could be good, could be a crappy card. Who knows? Toon Magician, 4-star, win attribute, Spellcaster, Gemini effect. So we got some Geminis. 1800 attack, 1600 defense. Pretty good, okay stats for a 4-star. This card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field. You guys know the drill with Geminis. And once it is a effect monster, it then becomes a tuner. That's basically it. That's all it can do. It just basically becomes a tuner. X-Saber Salza. We got a, I'm sorry here, 7-star. Jesus, I'm losing my mind, guys. Earth attribute, Warrior Synchro effect, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner X-Saber monster. You contribute 1 X-Saber monster, then choose one of these effects, and this card gains that effect until the end of this turn. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, destroy the monster. Oh, God, that's a nice effect. This card cannot be destroyed by trap cards. There's that as well, not bad. 2500 attack, 1600 defense. All right. So it's definitely not as good as the other XX Saber and X-Saber synchros that we have in the box, but still pretty cool. It does have destruction effect, so okay. Hydrogenix, water attribute synchro, 6-star, machine synchro effect, 2300 attack, 1800 defense. You need Gen X controller plus 1 or more non-tuner water monsters. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to the attack and destroy monster. That is actually a really good effect. Man, being able to boost your life points like that, oh man, not bad. Geogenics, another 6-star synchro earth attribute machine effect. Gen X controller again, plus 1 or more non-tuner earth monsters once per turn. If you control a face-up level 4 or lower Gen X monster, you can switch the original attack and defense of this card until the end phase for as long as you control a face-up level 4 or lower Gen X monster. Okay. 1800 attack, 2800 defense. So definitely going to be a stall card. All right. Windmill Gen X, 7-star. Wind attribute, machine synchro effect, Gen X controller again, plus 1 or more non-tuner wind monsters, 2000 attack, 1600 defense. This card gains 300 attack for each spell and trap card set on the field. Now it says on the field, so that could be yours and your opponent's combined, so its attack potential could get pretty high. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to select and destroy 1 set spell or trap card. So of course, if you do that, you'll lower its attack. However, you'll still be able to take care of some of your opponent's back row. It's very cool. Very cool. Daigusto, Eagles, 7-star, wind attribute again, psychic synchro effect, 2600 attack, 1800 defense. Whew. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner gusto monsters once per turn. During your end phase, you can banish 1 wind monster from your graveyard to target 1 face down card your opponent controls. Destroy that target, so it has some monster destruction. Saber Slash, destroy a number of face-up cards on the field equal to the number of face-up attack position X Saber monsters you control. What the nani? That is actually pretty damn powerful because we are in a meta right now where a lot of people are summoning a lot, special summoning a lot, bringing a lot of face-up monsters to the field, and this card just says, oh, okay, well, for every X Saber I have, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. That is it's actually low-key a pretty powerful card for a rare. Of course, if it was a quick play, it'd be even more powerful, maybe damn near broken. But nonetheless, it does have free destruction and could, in some cases, be a +1, +2. Shit, even a plus. Yeah, I think as high as it could be is a +2 because you could only destroy up to 3 cards. Yeah, that's powerful, actually. It's pretty cool. Light Wave Tuning. Select one level 4 light monster you control. It is treated as a tuner monster while it's face up on the field. So this basically just makes a monster a tuner. A level 4 light monster a tuner. Natural Tune. Select one face up level 4 or lower normal monster you control. It is treated as a tuner monster while it is in face up on the field. So this is level 4 lower. So this is basically just the opposite, basically, of Light Wave Tuning. Stardust Shimmer. Shimmer and Shine. You guys ever seen? No, that's... select one Dragon-type Synchro monster in your graveyard. Remove from play other monsters in your graveyard whose total levels equal the level of the selected monster and special summon it from the graveyard. So, of course, this is a good way to bring back your Stardust Dragon, as it says in the name. Tuners High. Wow, tuners need to get off the dope. Discard one monster, special summon from your deck, one tuner monster with the same original type and attribute, but one level higher than the discarded monster had in hand. Okay. So, yeah. Stardust Flash. Target one Stardust monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. When I saw this, when I looked at this before when I started the stream, I actually could not believe they gave us Stardust Flash. Being able to just grab Stardust and just say, hey, come back to the field, bro. Yeah, you're back. That's crazy. I'm actually pretty shocked. I know why they made it a rare, because it'll probably be a card that they're going to end up having to nerf in the future. Konami, you're not fooling me, Konami. Made that card a rare for a reason. Scrap Iron Statue. It's not Scrap Iron Scarecrow. I know a lot of you probably just saw the word Scrap Iron and just your jaws drop to the floor. And you're like, oh my god, stall decks are going to be too broken. Endless Trap Hell with that card. What the hell is going on me thinking? But no, it is not Scrap Iron Scarecrow yet. But it is Scrap Iron Statue. When a spell or trap card that is already face up on your opponent's side of the field activates its effect, destroy that card. Also, after that, set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one junk monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. You can only use the effects of Scrap Iron Scarecrow once per turn. It's still a great card, though. I mean, let's be honest. That's still a really, really good trap, especially if you're running the junk archetype. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. At 1 with the sword. Activate while the only monster you control is one face-up X-Saber monster. Equip this card to that monster. It gains 800 attack. If it destroys your opponent's monster by battle, draw one card. So this card has a little bit of value, gives it an 800 attack boost, and could give you some draw power. So, not a bad trap. And again, more support for X-Saber. Wow. Success probability 0%. Send 2 random fusion monsters from your opponent's extra deck to the graveyard. Anki, if this card existed a couple months ago, oh man, Anki decks would be in so much trouble. Send 2 random fusion monsters to the... Oh my goodness. Alright, Synchro Deflector. Activate only when a face... That card could still be low-key good, though, but I don't see too many fusions outside of Anki right now. A lot of people still going to be running, Synchros, of course. So that card probably won't see very much play, because I feel like Anki may not be as used. Maybe, but people will probably just start... Everyone will probably just start running 5, max 5 extra deck slots of anything. Just random shit, if this card ever became a thing anyway. So it's... It would have been cool a couple months ago, though. Activate only when a face-up synchro monster you control is selected as an attack target. Negate the attack and destroy one monster your opponent controls. Wow. Okay. So Synchro Deflector, as long as you have a synchro monster on the field, that is a very powerful trap indeed. Very powerful. But then again, we have better traps in the game that already kind of do similar things. So, and they work with any monster on the field. So, I don't see Synchro Deflector really being used all that much, because we have better cards like Widespread Ruin, for example, a better version of this card. We have, Wall of D and stuff like that, bringing the attacks down to nothing. I mean, Desperate Tag, Continuous Trap. If a face-up attack position monster you control is destroyed by battle, during damage calculation, you can reduce the battle damage from this battle to 0 and special summon 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand at the end of the damage step. So, okay, interesting. And that is a continuous trap. Very interesting. So if a face-up attack position monster you control is destroyed by battle, during damage calculation, you can reduce the battle damage from this battle to 0 and special summon 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand. If this was in with Amazonas, Desperate Tag and Onslaught together could be absolutely disgusting. That could be disgusting, guys. that could be disgusting. Onslaught and Desperate Tag. Okay. Well then. People running about. And we are finally in the normals, guys. We're not going to go into the normal rarities. That will do it for the box set review. Let me know in the comment section below when this video does go up on the channel in a little while. For those of you who are not here watching live, or maybe you want to chime in the comment section even though you were here live. And I thank you for over 400. I think we hit like a 420 some people today. That is amazing. That's actually one of the highest we've ever had on the channel. So I thank you guys so much. The 5D'S hype must be going around like a virus. And you guys all caught the bug and ended up here. So I appreciate y'all being here so much. Subscribe if you're new. Join us in the Discord below. I will be back live in about half an hour or so to do the 5D'S release. So I hope you guys are back here in the stream at that point in time. I'll catch you guys all then. Have an awesome day wherever you are. And if you guys don't catch me in the next stream, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.